As it turns out, karma is not a bitch. Hold this thought. Acceptance versus resistance. I'll flesh it out later, but it's the idea that when you accept things as they are, you are waving your ass in the face of your adversaries. When you resist, that's what they like. They're trying to get a reaction from you. And then they force you. It's more fun if you resist. Jesus was on this track when he was talking about go the extra mile and turn the other cheek. Acceptance versus resistance. I was sitting here about to edit a new piece of video, and I found one from October that seems more timely than the one I was going to edit, so I edited that one instead. And here it is. There's a big load. Always like to see that. Day we haven't seen for a while, and I'm up at the top part of New York State, not the very top, but as far north as Syracuse is. I spent the night in Syracuse, and then I went up to Fulton, which is really far north, and picked up a load of basically cardboard. So my load weighs hundreds of pounds instead of thousands of pounds. So I can sail through the mountains with ease today. Karma lately. I've been thinking about this idea I had of transferring energy. So if it's intended for evil, I can transfer it and convert it and then put it in my bank account of whatever I want, opulence or joy, whatever makes me feel full. I think it works because when you suffer, it counts for your benefit. Jesus said something like that. He said, "Blessed are you when you're persecuted. Rejoice when people say all manner of evil things against you falsely." And then he said, "For my name's sake." I don't know if I need that part. I can say it for my own name's sake. That ought to rattle a few cages. But what I'm saying is, when somebody is trying to hurt you, that's an exquisite kind of pain. That's a better kind of pain if you're thinking in terms of karma than if someone's just a dumb shit and accidentally harms you because they don't realize that they need to give trucks more room when they pull over in front of them, or else the truck tries to slow itself down. Anyway, that's another topic. But when somebody is trying to hurt you, when you experience genuine malice, malice. I think it counts in your karma account. The more people try to harm you, the more people actually harm you, the more powerfully you benefit by the laws of the universe, specifically the way karma works. So you figure it out. If you are learning with me, if you're in this, and it's kind of new, to take all of the evil and work it for your own good, if that is a new idea, you're starting to feel very wealthy, or you're feeling the potential for wealth, for abundance. You start to see how much there is in the world that you can just claim for yourself and keep and benefit yourself and benefit others. So instead of just the headache trick where you drain malice away down the drain, it's more like you're collecting poison from a rattlesnake. That poison is valuable. So you think, oh boy, there's a rattlesnake, as opposed to, oh no, I better run away from the rattlesnake. Instead, you run toward the rattlesnake and you capture it and you take its venom and you put it in a jar and then you sell it and you can get rich. And I'll tell you, dear friends, there are a lot of rattlesnakes all around. I went through a time where I didn't like Louis Armstrong's song, It's a Wonderful World, or his rendition of it, because I thought, no, the world isn't like that. That isn't the way it is. We're just pretending it is. And what I should have figured out even then is pretending it is makes it so for you. But even more than that, it is actually a wonderful world, because you can see everything, whether it looks harmful or not, as something just there for your benefit. And as soon as you believe it's there for your benefit, it is. It actually benefits you. And if you want to go even farther, you can say that it is intended to benefit you. But you have to figure it out. It won't benefit you until you figure it out. And then you can be grateful. I've talked about Deadpool, about the guy that locks him in a chamber overnight and puts him on the very edge of asphyxiation. And in the end, he shot that guy in the head. But if you think about it more, if you think about it from Jesus' perspective, he could have thanked that guy. He could have bought him a mansion, and by doing so would have heaped burning coals on his head, I'm sure, because he would have become so powerful at that other guy's expense that he wouldn't have had to think of that guy as a challenge, as a nemesis. He was child's play. You can laugh in his face. I'm sure that makes your enemies happy when they take their best shot and you just laugh at them. And that seems to me to be the way Jesus was trying to set it up. That you just become so powerful and immense and kind and good that evil, malice, it just can't touch you. And you just walk along unmolestable. And others can walk in your shadow, in your wake, and they can find peace there. And if they choose, they can learn to walk powerfully by watching your example. A few days ago, I talked about the idea of holding an image in your mind, like a snapshot, and then when days are gray, you pull that beautiful sunshine out of your memory, and you live that way. I said it could be like popping pills or smoking weed or drinking alcohol. You could just change your state artificially in a way. But with this new way of thinking, you could say, oh, it's a dismal day. That's wonderful. I'm going to store the gloominess and convert it into brilliance. Just because I'm able to, karmically, I'm able to take whatever is in front of me that looks bad and make it work out for good. It's like making lemonade out of lemons. And you look at all of the lemons around, it looks like there's an abundance of whatever you most don't want, if you think about Murphy's Law. But as soon as you convert all the energy from negative to positive, there's an abundance of everything you do want.